Hello everyone, welcome to another how-to video. Today is going to be a quick video just explaining how you can use ffmpeg to cut snippets of your video without having to use a proper full video editing tool. So first thing, what is ffmpeg? ffmpeg is like a library that is used by a lot of programs. Most of the programs that you use to transform a video, transcode a video from one format to another one uses ffmpeg on the back end of the program to do those things. So it's like a library that's been upkept by a lot of people for quite many number of years. It's open source and it works on Linux, Windows, and Mac. So you can just download whatever version you are currently on. And if you download from this package and install it, it should automatically add a path to your system variables or whatever it's called. The bottom line is when you go to command prompt, you will have ffmpeg open. So if you open a command line like this, you just type cmd on the start button here if you don't know how to access it, and you type ffmpeg, you should have it listed here. Like this is trying to use something from ffmpeg. If you did not have it installed, like for example, I'm trying to execute this program, it will say that it's not recognized as an internal or external command. When you try to type a command here, it will look your entire library of your computer for a matching program. So if you have ffmpeg installed properly, you will have it listing here. So this is the default information that it gives you. It needs some parameters to do the stuff that it's supposed to do. Usually you give it some options, an input file and an output file. That's just it. And then you can define what kind of encodings you use and stuff like that. And you can use it for editing, doing snippets of long videos, or for concatenating several files. If you have several small files, like for example, I had a friend of ours using a Nintendo Switch. It snips only 30-second videos, so it's multiple 30-second videos, and then he has to put them all together. You can use ffmpeg to do that instead of having to open a proper movie editor and dragging all the files there and lining them up properly. He can just do it on ffmpeg on the command line. He uses less resources on his machine. So anyways, I'm going to explain to you how to do both of these things. Snipping, editing small file, and concatenating. So to do that, I usually don't really know the commands by heart of ffmpeg. They're very complicated things. What I just do, just go to Google, ffmpeg split video by timestamp. Bam. And usually it gives me something from Stack Overflow, which is quite reliable. I have this one highlighted, so I probably used it before. I'm going to test this one. Usually these kind of forums is someone asking a question, why doesn't this work? So you usually ignore the question, go directly to the most answered answer, and you have like an example of stuff that actually works. So yeah, I have an example of how to use ffmpeg to clip the first 30 seconds and then clip everything that's 10 seconds afterwards. So it's going to search for 30 seconds mark. It's going to copy 10 seconds out of that and put it on output WMV. So what I'm going to do is copy this string. You can also do a batch file for this. Then I'm going to go to my videos directory, which is this directory in particular. Well, not this one. I'm going to redo it here. So it's this directory in particular where I put my videos. It can be anywhere, it doesn't really matter. A fancy thing about Windows is if you highlight this bar here and you type cmd there and press enter, it will open a prompt on this directory, so you don't have to browse around to know where your files is. If you do a dir, it lists all the contents of the directory. So I have all the files right here. I don't have to put like a path to where the file is when I'm using ffmpeg. I can just name the files locally. So I'm going to copy paste the ffmpeg command to do the copy. Copy here, then do Control V here. And then I'm going to go with the back arrow to the input And I'm gonna put some quotes to make sure that the name is properly. If you have like a space in the middle of the name, it might fuck up if you don't put quotes. And I'm gonna try to snip, for example, this video. So I'm gonna play it first to see what it goes. I usually use VLC, and you can see it's a 25-minute video, so I could browse through it, see what I want, and okay, I want to snip this level in particular. I know that it starts at 9. You can see the level here, like 827, 859. I want to start at 9 and then last for, let's wait a second, see how long this takes. To the level. And it ends at 9:13. So it starts at 9 and it ends at 9:13. Let's try to snip just that part. So go back to my command line. Here I'm going to paste the name of that file. On the seek, I'm going to put here the correct time, which was 9 minutes. And then I want, was it 14 seconds? 14 seconds here. And then I can put the output whatever I want. Usually you should keep the same format to avoid transcoding, so it wastes less time. Let's try output test.mp4. Bam, I hit it. It's already done. So I go back to videos, find output test mp4, play the video. And you see? 14 seconds, just this level, so it's that easy. If you pick another format, it will try to convert to that format, so it might take longer because it will be transcoding stuff. And if you do want to do that, you had an extra frame that, you can fine-tune that on the duration. And if you want to transcode to some other format, there is some options that you can do, and you can define what bitrate you want the audio on. If you don't want audio at all, what resolution it should be. You can change aspect ratios on it. You can do a lot of things with ffmpeg. It's a very versatile tool library to use. So I said that I was also going to teach you how to concatenate files, so I'm going to do that real quick. If you scroll down here, I know that's already an option here. Yeah, how to concatenate. It has a special thing called concat, which you do need to do like a text file, listing all the files that you want to do. So you go to, for example, Notepad. I have Notepad++, it's just a fancy notepad. I'm going to do a new one. So I'm going to say I want to concatenate, for example, this video. Actually, let's do this 2 small ones because they're smaller. This was a test I had made previously. So I'm going to put output, and then I'm going to output 2. Let me just check if the file name is correct. Output test, so that was wrong. Easy as that. It's a text file, 2 files listed here. Now I'm going to save this, put this on my videos folder if I can find it, and I'm going to call it concat. Can be like this. And now, if I go to this thing, what was the command line? Let's try to copy it. It's this. So this file, it's going to be named, the output is going to be output concat.mp4. And I'm going to include the files from concat.txt. List 1. Output mp4 is not valid. Because it needs to have file behind it. Okay. See, this is why you should always read the instructions properly before doing stuff. So you need to type that it's a file, this type, and a file of that type. And then you execute it. And now it works. Anyways, that's it. Hope the video was useful for you people. If you have any questions specific about ffmpeg, there's a lot of documentation online on Google about it, but I can also answer you on the comments below. So feel free to Leave your comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, donate a kidney, all that jazz. See you next time. Bye bye, everyone. Take care.